Now, the Chancellor may have announced the extension of free childcare to help parents return to work, but he was beaten to it this week by Uber, which has just announced a partnership with the childcare app Bubble to offer free childcare to its drivers. The aim is to encourage more women to join Uber. Well, I'm joined now by Sarah Hetz. She's the Chief Commercial Officer at Bubble and Uber's UK General Manager, Andrew Brem. Welcome to you both. Andrew, let me start with you. What's the offer to employees here?
We're going to give 1,000 drivers 10 hours of free childcare. And we think it's really important because the whole point of being an Uber driver is you've got total freedom to work when and where you like. And a lot of them do have childcare responsibilities. And this allows them to go out at times when perhaps they wouldn't be able to go out. So I'm really delighted to be trialling this with Sarah and the Bubble team.
And if they want to do more than, if they want more than 10 hours of childcare, you will help them arrange that, will you?
We're going to see what the feedback is. I mean, I hope it's going to be really popular and then we can potentially support more. But at the moment, it's just a trial, but I think a really exciting one, particularly in the context of what the government announced this week. It's really clear people need help to get out to work. And one of those ways of working is to drive on the Uber platform, and this way makes it easier for those who've got responsibilities.
Sarah, how many partnerships do you have of this kind?
We have tens of partnerships with businesses all around the UK, actually, who really are innovating in this way and thinking about childcare is really fundamental to helping their working parents work.
And essentially, you don't work with nurseries, it's one-on-one care via nannies and babysitters?
We provide very flexible in-home care on demand.
Right. How much is this going to cost you?
Well, at the moment, it's a trial, but it's worth to do things like this to attract people to drive on the platform and just to make it easier for them. I mean, we get a lot of feedback from drivers who really value the total freedom, but obviously, you know, one of the constraints on their freedom is looking after children and other people, and so this is there to make it easier for them.
How many women drivers are you hoping to sign up?
Well, I don't know exactly how many we're going to sign up, but we really would love to have more women driving. At the moment, the percentage is relatively modest, but there's no reason for women not to drive, and this is a particular thing to try and make it easier for them. We do have women drivers, and we have all sorts of things to make it sort of an attractive thing, a way to earn money. And this is just kind of one step further.
Does Uber do anything like this elsewhere in the world?
This is a first.
Right.
And so, as ever, we try new things in London, in the UK, and so we're really proud to be doing that.
So, Sarah, obviously the government's announced this big extension of free childcare this week. Do you worry that the labour market, as it stands, is not equipped to deal with the extra demand that's going to generate?
It's been a really big week for childcare, and I'm really excited about it. For lots of us, we've been banging on about the importance of childcare for years, and finally it's getting the sort of top billing that it really deserves. So, yes, it's brilliant that we've got this new announcement. There is, some detail to be ironed out, certainly, and the demand on the sector is going to be bigger, but hopefully with a new investment that will help some way. I think there's a lot more innovation that needs to take place in the childcare sector. When you think about Uber drivers and how they work and the flexible way of us all working these days, our childcare system hasn't really kept up with the times. So that's why apps like Bubble really help the kind of flexibility of working parents.
But if there's a big rush in demand following this announcement, are there literally enough people out there to meet demand right now who want to be nannies or childcare specialists?
Well, if we can incentivise more people to come and actually value childcare workers, they're doing a really tough job. I don't know how much time you spent with small children, but it's really tough. And I think we can really make it a more attractive career prospect. One of the things we do at Bubble is encourage more people and more into the childcare sector and really value them as well. And I think that's going to be really important as we move forward.
And are the authorities doing enough with the sort of paperwork to expedite the permits that you need to work with kids?
There is a lot more to be done around the bureaucracy of childcare and opening it up to make it more flexible, more accessible. So, yeah, there's work to be done for sure. I think kind of this week we're having a small celebration in the childcare sector that we are being recognised for the work and the importance of childcare for families, working parents and for our economy.
Tactfully put. And Andrew, look, what we've got you. We had a trading update from Deliveroo yesterday, which was not exactly well received by the market. How's Uber Eats trading in the UK right now?
I can't comment on Uber Eats, that's my sister business, but I can comment on Uber, the rides business, and actually very strongly. Demand is strong, and we now have over 90,000 drivers driving regularly on the platform. And just, going back to childcare and other forms of support, it's the 2-year anniversary today of when Uber drivers became workers. They're not independent contractors, they're not employees, they're workers. And that's 2 years since they've been receiving pension, 2 years since they were receiving holiday pay, and 2 years since they've been receiving national minimum wage. Actually, 99% of them get far more than that. And so that has attracted, to your point about there being a lack of people going into certain professions, in the 2 years, that's attracted 20,000 more people to start driving on the Uber platform. So personally, I think support like this is absolutely the right thing to be doing, because people need some support to come into work. And whether that's a worker benefit, such as a pension or holiday, whether that's support on childcare, it's all the right thing.
2 years ago. I think we had your predecessor on the show that day.
You would have done. Things have moved on a lot.
How time flies. Andrew, Sarah, good to see you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Still to come here on E!